Let's go over the unboxing part of what comes in the Granite RMR. You guys are going to get a lens cleaning cloth, an owner's manual, the optic itself, and a rail mount. 2 sets of tools, Torx head and standard 90-degree wrench, and 3 different thread pitches. So before we start the torture test on the GIDEON Optics Granite, let me go ahead and go over some of the features of the Granite RMR. Now I'm running the comp today, so the comp has an 8 MOA red dot, but you could also decide to opt for the carry, and if you go with the carry, it has a 3 MOA dot. Both can go with red or green. You have 10 brightness settings for both, 8 daytime, 2 night vision ones. It also has shake awake. After 225 seconds, it will shut off. Any little movement turns it right back on. You have that side loading 2032 battery. It weighs in at 1.9 ounces, and that does include it with the battery. It comes with a 1913 pick rail adapter, so you can mount it to a rifle if you'd like. It is made of 7075 T6 aircraft grade aluminum, so you know both of them are rugged. It is IPX7 water resistance, which we'll be testing here a little bit later. Each click value is rated at 1 MOA. It's parallax free beyond 33 yards. Elevation and windage adjustment range is 45 MOA, giving you a full 90-degree MOA. And last but not least, it's backed by GIDEON Optics lifetime warranty. All right, let's go ahead and start the torture test with some water, heat, cool. We'll get this mounted to a firearm and get out to the range. All right, so here we go. We got the Granite RMR. I'll show you guys that it is working. There you go. We're gonna drop it in this 5-gallon bucket for 1 hour. Let's go ahead and drop it in and see how it works. See you in 1 hour. So we are 1 hour later. Let's go ahead and check the Granite. You may see another one in there. Boom. That is the Judge 2. But we're doing both of these. All right, Granite seems to be working. Onto the freezer. All right, we got the Granite back out here again. Show you guys that it's working. Boom, there we go. Into the freezer it goes. Right there. See you in 1 hour. Just over 1 hour. Let's go ahead and check how the Granite is doing. Boom. Well, there is a dot. Looks to be working still. Onto the oven. All right, we're set at 170. We're up to temp in the oven. Show you guys that the Granite is working. There you guys go. Go ahead and stick it in the oven and put it in for 1 hour. We're back. And we'll see you in an hour. So well over 1 hour. Let's see how the Granite is doing inside the oven. Now these always seem to be a little warm. We'll use an oven glove because they are always warm. Let's see if it's still working. Yep, still working. On to the drop test out at the range. Okay, what's going on here? Our dot is gone. It's there, it's just not bright. Hold tight, we're gonna change battery.
6 months later.
So what I found is after that happened, the dot went away. What I did is I just opened the housing up, put the battery back in, and closed it back up. Dot seems to be fine. So I don't know if it was during our torture test, we got some water in there, or if I just didn't get the housing on tight enough. But that's all I did, is I took this off. The battery, I just want to show you guys, the battery does seem to be really loose in there. Maybe we'll bend some of these ears in just a little bit. But the battery is fairly loose in there. There we go, now it's not falling out. So that's all I just did, was tighten those ears up a little bit, put the housing back on, and we're going to continue to run some drills out here and see what it does. All right, so this portion is the torture test. We've already done the heat, water, and cool. It passed without any issues. The only issue I've had so far is, like I said, those battery terminals inside there are a little loose. We just tightened them down, bent them down. Hopefully it's not a problem that's going to cause or rear its head back up a little later. All right, so this camera over here on the other side of me, I'm going to show you guys that we are on target. As you can see, we have a little 6-inch steel plate down there. We are 15 yards away. The 6-inch steel plate, let's see. I'm going to make my adjustments. I can see I'm low from here, but my left right is pretty good. So we'll make a quick adjustment. We'll be good to go. All right, we're back real quick. We're going to go ahead and show you that we can hit that 6-inch steel target consistently at 15 yards. You guys can see it in this camera down there. Here we go. Good to go. We'll do a headshot, center target. Headshot on left target. Oh, right over the top. Right over the left shoulder. All right, there we go. All right, let's get in the real torture test. So we're in the really hard torture test phase of this video. What we're going to do is we're going to do some beat downs on it. We're going to rack it off a few things. And we're also going to do a few drop tests. I have a rock right over here on my right side. So before we get into that, I just want to show you guys that the gun is clear. There you go. Nothing in the mag. Drop the slide, drop the firing pin, and we're going to shoot at let's do the 6-inch steel target down there, just see if this holds up. Now the very first beat down we always do with it is the famous Uncle Mike's beat down. We broke the chicken already, but we'll just keep beating on it, see if this is going to hurt it. I guess it's just like if you had your kids and they were beating on the side of you. Oh man, let's see if it held up at all. Can't say it did or didn't. Let's see. 3 rounds, 6-inch, gong target, 15 yards. Let's see. No problem. Clear the gun. On the next test. Show you guys the gun is clear. Nothing in the chamber. Nothing in the mag well. Drop the slide. Drop the firing pin. All right. Next one we got is a water bottle beat down. Now, I don't necessarily think this is a water bottle, but it is a liquid and it's in a bottle. So we're going to go ahead and give it a beat down. See how that holds up. Put it on the front. Get it back here on the emitter. Shake my drink up real well. See how this granite holds up. Getting optics always holds up pretty good, but you never know. The battery housing was a little odd to me earlier. All right. 3 rounds, 6-inch target, 15 yards again. Here we go. Pretty consistent, guys. Gun's clear, rounds out, on to the next test. So this next test we got going on, what I do is I rack it off of a bunch of different things. I'm going to try racking it off my holster. I'll rack it off my heel of my shoe for a little bit. We're just going to give it a few racks, see if it changes at all. Like I said, 6-inch gong target down there, little round circular target. We're hitting it consistently. So let's go ahead, we'll rack this a few times. Inconsistent, I'm not giving you guys any numbers. Go ahead, show you the gun is clear. No mag again in the mag well. Drop the slide, drop the firing pin. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. All right, off the shoe, off the other shoe. This tennis shoes, nothing special. All right, let's see if we can still hit that 6-inch round target down there. 15 yards, here we go. We can, that was me. First one, just to show. We got 3 more rounds, here we go. Pretty consistent. All right, on to the final test. All right, so for this test, gun's open. Again, nothing in the chamber. Good there. Nothing in the mag well. Boom. we're going to drop the slide, drop the firing pin. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to drop it on this flat rock right here as many times as we can. Actually, we're going to drop it 3 times, and I might even try something else after we are done. But we're going to start off with pulling it out of the holster and just kind of dropping it from hip height. Then we're going to go a little bit higher, then a little bit higher. Every time we're going to have the gun unloaded, I will bring up any damage to you guys and show you. Actually, in between every drop, we're just going to bring it up and show you guys what it looks like, okay? So let's start with hip height right here. We're just pulling it out. We're going to drop it from right here onto this rock. 3, 2, 1. There we go. No damage at all. We hit right here on the very top. Looks good. Let's shoot, I don't know, 3 rounds and see if we're holding 0. Yes, we are holding 0. Gun's clear once again. All right, so we are clear. Drop the slide, drop the firing pin. All right, so we're gonna go a little higher. I'm gonna try to turn, let's see, we hit this side over here, so let's see if we can turn it and hit the other side. We'll go straight out on the shoulder. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Lost my optic, lost the red dot. Let's see if we can turn it on. Nope. All right, stand by. Let's see if we can figure something out here. It's holding up pretty good, lens-wise, battery-wise, battery compartment. I don't know if it's just mine. Okay, I got it back. I got 2 rounds left. Let's just see if I can hit the 6-inch gong target down there, 15 yards twice. Yeah. So again, it's just that little battery connection inside there. Went belly up, went tits up. All right. Last and final drop, 3rd round drop. We're going to go ahead. Nothing in the chamber, and firing pin's dropped, and we're going to go a little higher this time. Let's hope it does well. 3, 2, 1. All right, so I'm gonna bring it up to the camera. Dot's still there, that's good. So I'm gonna bring it up to the camera here real quick. What we got? We hit here first, we hit over here second, and we hit right here third. So, and there's the dot. We got the dot back. All right, so I have a, I don't know, 10 rounds in this last mag. Let's go ahead. Shoot it out. We're gonna hit the target, the circular target, the 6-inch gong, 15 yards, 3 times. It's on. Yep, it's on. No problem. Good job getting optics. Didn't even crack the lens. Kind of worried about the battery housing. Not a fan of that going out on me, but again, this is not a self-defense optic. This is a competition optic. All right, give me my final thought. All right, so my final thoughts on the GIDEON Optic Granite. This thing did very, very well, with the exception of the battery housing. I don't know, I could have got an issue one. I could have got one that just had the fluke. But once I figured out to, open the battery housing up and bend those prongs, and like you saw on the torture test, I really had to, it's already loose again. That battery just fell out. So, I don't think they're gonna hold real well, no matter what you do to it. So really all I was doing is these prongs right here. I was just taking and bending them in a little bit and getting it to hold. So, it's kind of a bummer, but the optic itself, it did very well. This one here has already bent way in. So I don't know what's going on. If it's just finding, these feel really tight. These feel really hard to press in. So, as I said, I don't know what's going on with it. See, now the battery's really, really tight to get in there, and it would run fine. It would, Is this the worst optic I've tested? No. Like I said, it's a competition sight. They even say it in their owner's manual. They do have a carry sight. Now that one would be a little more worrisome to me. The reason I know I have the competition sight is because I have an 8 MOA dot. It's on the outside right here. It says 8 MOA right there. The carry does have a smaller red dot. I believe it's a 6 or a 3. Can't really recall right off the top of my head. So here's what the dot looks like. There you guys go. You guys can see the dot. There's the 6-inch target. We're about 20 yards out from here. There it is on a white still target. Nice sunshiny days. It's getting there. And the far left still target. All right. You know what? Let me just throw a mag in it. Show you guys what it looks like. A lot harder to shoot through a camera like that than you think. But there you go. You guys can see kind of what my view was as I was shooting it. All right, so you guys got to see that, what the reticle kind of looked like through the camera on the white still target downrange. It's very easily to pick up on a nice sunny day. It is harder for someone to pick it up behind a camera with glasses on them, sunglasses and all that stuff, but whatever, I'll make an excuse and you guys just have to either live with it or think I'm bullshitting you. Your choice. I've torture tested all of their optics just like this, so if you guys want to see or you're interested in another optic or another red dot sight or something like that, whether it be the Guardian, the Rock, the Omega, the Valor Mini, we're going to be doing that one here a little bit later, the XL Judge, the Judge 2, whatever. We are going to be torture testing it. There's not a video out on it yet. It is coming soon. I'm sure you guys have been seeing the Delta D10 at the bottom of the video. Now guys, that is a coupon code. It'll get you 10% off any Gideon Optics products, whether it be at GIDEONOptics.com or JSDsupply.com. Go on over to JSD Supply, Gideon Optics, use coupon code Delta10 at checkout. Save yourself 10% off and help out the channel. Greatly appreciate it if you do that. If you're in competition, you need to rack it against something, or you did have to drop it, I really hope the battery housing holds up better on yours than it does on mine. But if it goes tits up, shits the bed, whatever, you want to have backup iron sights. This drives the point of having suppressor height sights with your red dot sight, or at least being able to co-witness for your red dot sight. If this battery had died or the battery housing had gone out and this was an EDC situation, a active shooter, whatever, and I had suppressor height sights on here, I'd be able to go right over the top of that shelf and use my sights. And this one here wouldn't be smashed down and whatever, but it just goes to prove the point. 2 is 1, 1 is none. All right, guys, that's my my little opinion for the day. Take it or leave it. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Would you carry one of these? Would you look at maybe a different Gideon Optics? And with that, guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. Follow me on other social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Discord. Look around, I'm all over the place. If you'd like to help out the channel, in the description down below I have an affiliate link. Click on that link, it takes you over to my affiliate page. Anything you buy on there helps out the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for shooting the breeze with me, guys. We'll see you next time.